The state which has taken on the Prime Minister today. Derek O'Brien, spokesperson of the All India Trinamool Congress, is joining me. Derek O'Brien, your Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee took on the Prime Minister apparently today and said that Bengal was being discriminated. You heard Sachin Pilot earlier just now saying it's time for a collaborative exercise between state and centre. Is Bengal the one state which is in a way not in sync with what otherwise seems to be the mood? Let's work collaboratively. Here there seems to be one eye on the election next year, and that's why Mamta Banerjee today once again took on the Prime Minister.
It's not that Bengal is the one state. You got it wrong, Mr. Sardesai. It's perhaps the centre knows there are elections in the next 10, 12 months, so that's why they're doing what they're doing. But I'm not going to indulge in the politics which they want to do, because we have a job here at hand. And I was listening to Mr. Pilot's, I should call it a federal view. First one, put your money where your mouth is centered. You owe the state of Bengal 61,000 crores. All this big talk, all the leaking of letters, nothing's going to help. We want 36,000 crores of that 61,000 crores, at least 36,000 crores. While on the subject, not only for Bengal, today's May 11th. Where are the GST? This is a constitutional requirement. Where are the GST numbers? Normally, 1st or 2nd or 3rd of April, this government is...
You're saying the GST numbers for April have not yet been made public.
No,
and you're talking of 60,000 crores which you claim Bengal is owed for GST dues. Is that what you're claiming?
No. Don't put words in my mouth. Out of the 61,000 crores owed to Bengal, part of that figure is the GST. The point I was making on GST is that April numbers have still not come. So Bengal is owed 36 plus 25,000 crores. Part of that is GST. Now, why isn't the centre applying this? Because Mr. Pilot made a good point. Why isn't the centre paying us our GST? So one is the GST. Number two, at least some things are a little different, because remember that first lockdown, which was a 21-day lockdown, announced at 4 hours notice. How many chief ministers were consulted? None. So we've at least moved from some zero federalism to some form of federalism. Migrant workers. What have you done for migrant workers? You've just abandoned them. Because the disaster management plan, if the Home Minister and Prime Minister had read the disaster management plan, I request them, it's still not too late to read it. Chapter 4 clearly talks about social inclusion, but you have excluded the migrants. The migrant workers.
The government of India today says that Bengal has not yet requisitioned trains for migrants, that the entire process of train services for migrants is a state-to-state issue. If Bengal doesn't requisition states, what is the centre to do?
Please look at the letters which the Bengal government wrote. If you want me to drag me into those details, then I'll have to tell you that the Home Minister sadly is leaking letters in Delhi, before it reaches the Chief Minister's office. But let's rise above all this, please. Because the politics which the BJP insists on doing in Bengal, leave the BJP. I'd appeal to the Prime Minister and the Home Minister. We are the ones who cooperated. You didn't listen to us in March. Firstly, we asked you to meet all parliamentary committees on the 5th of March. You ignored us. Second, we asked you to shut the planes. You ignored us. Third, we asked you to shut Parliament down. You ignored us. All on record. Fourth, first Chief Minister to write to 18 other states to take care of migrant workers, wrote in the 3rd week of March. You ignored us. So you keep ignoring, and there are a lot of other examples.
Can we look ahead, Mr. O'Brien? You are claiming that until now the Prime Minister or the centre has not consulted states enough. Let's look ahead for a moment.
Yes,
when I look ahead, I want to know, does Bengal also, is Bengal advocating this mantra of a calibrated exit in a way from a lockdown? Your state was among the first to have 4 hours relaxation, for example, for sweet shops. I am asking you whether you all want a calibrated exit or not.
Excellent. There are 3 kinds of lockdowns. The Trinamool Congress has always maintained there's a drill lockdown, which was announced for 1 day. There's a total lockdown, which was announced as lockdown, the first phase, and there was a partial lockdown. Trinamool, Mamta Banerjee and the government of West Bengal have never opted for a complete lockdown. I don't know about other states, but we certainly have always had a calibrated, a nuanced lockdown. Why did we do what we did? We did what we because you gave the example of the sweet shop. We had to strike a balance. Tens of thousands of liters of milk was getting wasted. So make physical distancing, balance that, but keep the sweet shops going.
So what do you want going ahead now? So what do you want going ahead? Going ahead, does Bengal want the lockdown to continue beyond the 17th of May, or is it a case now of one size doesn't fit all? Different states should be allowed, as Sachin Pilot says, to decide how to take the lockdown forward.
You see, the problem is, can the joint secretary here, sitting 1 kilometer from where I'm sitting here in Delhi, he's going to tell us that you make Kalimpong and Jalpaiguri a red zone. Does he have the statistics to make it? I'll give you an example. Kalimpong and Jalpaiguri have not had a COVID case for the last 1 month. How did they become red zones? Either two things happened. One is some secretary advised the Home Ministry, or number two, the government has decided to play this game we would play in school, which is called pin the donkey with Bengal.
Right.
Yahan lagao ek, wahan lagao ek, but you're all blindfolded. So our earnest request still, bring the migrant workers back if you want to. Pay their train fares, you haven't. So you have to let the state governments decide. Listen, you cannot make your decisions and then say, hello, state government, you implement the decision. No, it's the state government which is the implementing authority. Whether now for a testing center, for example, the state had 2 testing centers. To get 16 testing centers, we had to apply to Delhi. Now we've got the 16, testing numbers have gone up. There are so many, please understand, you have said state versus center. Bengal wants cooperation because we told you to stop those flights. You didn't stop the flights. And please understand interministerial teams. We want interministerial teams come now, not a problem. But when you bring your interministerial team down at 10 o'clock in the morning, and at 1 p.m. you call the chief minister 3 hours after you arrived. So please, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Home Minister, please don't say one thing and do the other thing. The politics can wait till November, December. The people of Bengal, like your railway is completely unplanned. We can have another debate on that. You shut the railways down. Today, your website was not working all day. Now you started what? Rajdhani prices. What are we talking about? Rajdhani prices. Where are the 12,000 other non-air conditioned coaches there? Where are they? You've gone to fit them with COVID. So there are so many issues. But Mr. Sardesai, I'll tell you something before I leave.
Yes.
I've been reading this book. It's by Naomi Klein, and I think it kind of summarizes what's going on here, because we are calling all this 24-hour, we are calling all this masterstroke. We're calling all this a strike. The problem is this shock treatment. Because it was unplanned, the states were not consulted, and now you are having video conferences. You're doing all this. Now is the time for the center to course correct. The states, we will all work together. We will do 3 things.
Okay.
We will do 3 things together. We will contain the corona challenge. I don't like words like war.
Very quickly, Mr. O'Brien.
1, 2, 3, we will contain the corona challenge. Number 2, we will maintain the federal structure and the democratic structure in everything we do. So you cannot take away labor rights. You cannot do what you did in Karnataka by saying, no, you are bonded laborer, you stay here. And number 3, we have to do everything we can to keep the economy going. We cannot have a lockdown and throw away the keys. I told this to you on the 24th of March. I'm happy that Mamta Banerjee implemented her lockdown but didn't throw away the keys. Bengal was still breathing.
So you're talking about lockdown with a human face. You want any extension post the 17th of May to be a lockdown with a human face, and the decisions once again to be taken at the state level, not by the center. Derek O'Brien, I'm going to leave it there because I must move on. You've had your time.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.